Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Get up, get up, get some cash and checks and come on. The World Elite Podcast will present the Royal Rumble Fallout show. Now strap yourself in, let's go. Is the intro playing? There we go. Well, hello again, everyone. We are the Highest Tier Pod, your weekly unfiltered wrestling and entertainment. Welcome to the World Elite Podcast. We're free and available wherever you get your podcasts, and we're on YouTube as well. I am Marcus. He's Jordan. How we doing today, Jordan?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, but I feel like, do I sound good? First off, down below us, taking Dylan's place for tonight. Dylan will be back with us next week. You can catch him on his show, Outrage Control. Plus, he's one of the co-hosts of the Friday Night SmackDown watch-along of Four Slapper Sports. It's Dirty Dango. What's going on, buddy?
What's up? Nothing good. How are you doing? How are you doing tonight, Marcus? And Jordan?
I'm doing good, but I just want to make Jordan. I'm doing good, but I just want to make sure I sound good because I feel like the internet's kind of slow on my side. I didn't even see the intro playing on my screen just now. So I wanted to make sure everything was a go. I don't know if y'all saw the intro because my computer acted up right now.
I saw it a little bit. You're good.
It takes you a few minutes to
I
answer.
Figured I should have rebooted the.
It takes you a few minutes to answer back after we say something.
Yeah, you're very slow.
I know. I feel like I should have rebooted this motherfucker. Hold on 1 second. I fixed that problem. How I feel now?
Much better.
Yeah, much better.
Oh, you want to know why? You want to know why? Because I had the fucking OneDrive going right now, downloading shit. So that's why it took so damn slow. That was my mistake. I left it running all night to like transfer stuff to my OneDrive, and you know how that can make things slow.
Oh yeah.
And of course I forget to fucking check if I'm still doing it. So if the intro started off pretty bad, I'm gonna quote our truth. That's on me. That's on me. But other than that, so I know tonight's show, we're mainly going to be focusing our fallout on the Royal Rumble. So I know your co-host, Dango, your co-host of Outrage Control, Kayla, went to the Rumble in Tampa. Yep. What I heard on Queen's Takeover, it sounded like she had an awesome time and she approved the outcomes and everything. Before we kind of narrow the show down bit by bit, overall, what did you guys think of the show? Start with Jordan.
I think it was the boat rumbles was pretty good. The Roman match, we knew what was going to happen. And yeah, it was a great show.
What you got, Dango?
I thought it was really good. I thought the surprises could have been a little bit more smoke than fire.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people said, but I mean, overall, I still thought it was a good show. I mean, it definitely had the viewers, and it put Collision with its second lowest viewers in history. I mean, come on, you're competing against the Rumble. Sucked it had. I mean, I don't even care if it happened in a redneck city up in northwest Louisiana because we don't ever go to that neck of the woods. So shit hits them on the bed. But the show kicked off. We kicked it off with the Women's Royal Rumble match. There were 30 women. I know it started off with Natalya, and then we had a surprise entry of Naomi at number 2, which I think we all knew it was coming.
Yeah.
While I get the list up of a few entry names, another surprise entry we got. It was only the second time it ever happened. The TNA Knockouts champion made an appearance in the Royal Rumble, so WWE's working with TNA again. Remember, I think it was 2 years ago, Mickie James entered the Rumble as the Knockouts champion. And then this year, Jordynne Grace made an appearance in the Royal Rumble, which was a bit shocking. But I love the partnership that WWE's been doing with TNA lately. I'm actually watching TNA right now, and at the beginning of the show, they've mentioned WWE's name quite a bit. saying that we're going to look back at Jordan Grace's surprise entry in WWE's Royal Rumble match and talking positive about it. So, I mean, I was very proud to see that they're working together. Let's see what a couple other big name. I mean, not big names, but I say surprise entries. Just only 2 from NXT. Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton were also in there from NXT. And then we also got the return of Liv Morgan, who we haven't seen in a few months. But it came down. Also, we got the debut of Jade Cargill finally. Jade Cargill killing it with Nia Jax. Eliminated her, body slammed her out of the ring to show that she means business. She had a little moment with Bianca, testing strength. Now, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head the final 4. I remember it was Bayley, Liv Morgan. I think Jade was another, and I think the other was Tiffany Stratton. That was the original final 4.
Yep.
Bayley gets the win. She won the Royal Rumble at number 3, only the second woman to win at number 3, along with Bianca Belair, and the third to win at number 3, plus with Ric Flair in 1992. She also surpassed Rhea Ripley's record. She lasted 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 3 seconds, passing up Rhea's record. She had a total of 7 eliminations, including Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell, Bianca Belair, Tegan Knox, Chelsea Green, Maxine Dupree, and Tiffany Stratton and Liv Morgan. So, what's your take on Bayley winning the Rumble at number 3? I mean, did you guys call it, or you were all kind of like Becky might win it, or another woman or 2? Go with Dango first.
I think Bayley was the right choice. I think after Becky got eliminated, you kind of knew that it was going to be Bayley, because going in, it was either Becky or Bayley. That were the 2 people that were like heads up 1-on-1. So like even Becky's reaction to even Jade eliminating Nia, she's like, "Ooh!" She's like, "Oh shit!" She did it by herself.
Yeah, what you got, Jordan? What's your take on Bayley winning the Rumble?
Oh, I'm happy for her. If she didn't win, I had my backup was Becky to win, and just see who she picks on tomorrow night.
Yeah, we had the same choices. Tomorrow night on SmackDown, if you watched Raw, she did announce she will make her decision, but it looked like on Raw she was gonna announce Rhea Ripley. When Rhea came out, just did a bunch of talking before Nia Jax ambushed her, beat her down like I've never seen Rhea get beat down before, and then she just kind of looks at Bayley, backs her to a corner, and was like, "You can choose Io, or you could choose anybody else, but you will not be choosing Rhea Ripley after I'm done with her." And then Io kind of gave this look like, "Ooh, what if she decides to face me?" And something tells me we might get the turn tomorrow before she even makes a decision. I feel like it's the time where we're going to see Damage Control take out Bayley, where it leads to Bayley choosing to stay on SmackDown and face Io Sky for the Women's Championship because of the rumors that we're potentially going to get a Rhea Ripley Becky Lynch feud for the Women's World Championship. So just a quick prediction there. Do you see Bayley staying on SmackDown facing Io, or does she switch to Raw and face Rhea? Jordan?
I think she does fight Io, because I think I have a feeling they done a turn on her.
Dango?
Yeah, I think she's going to end up getting turned on tomorrow night, too. I think I'm going with that prediction as well. Especially, you can catch that tomorrow night on Floor Stopper Sports at SmackDown Watch Along. There's my little plug.
Nice. Well, then next up, we get the Fatal 4-Way for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, which lately, I think they're going back to calling it the WWE title now, because I remember hearing Michael Cole saying it a lot, and Seth Rollins has been saying the WWE title more instead of the Universal title. Cody Rhodes too. So I guess they drop undisputed and Universal now, which they might as well. I don't know, but we had Roman Reigns successfully. I'm going to take that back. I'm not going to say successfully retained. He just retained once again with the help of Solo Sikoa, defeating LA Knight, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton in a Fatal 4-Way. I definitely ranked it the worst match of the night because it's the same shit. It was back and forth. Roman needed help. Of course, Randy had the match won before Solo pulled the referee out. Attacked everyone before he ran into the barricade. And then there was like a botch with LA Knight and AJ Styles where he was trying to go for the phenomenal forearm before he ran into the ring rope. And AJ took the pin. I think a lot of people were shocked that AJ took the pin. I called it. I said, AJ's going to get the pin. Not LA Knight because he's too over, and not Randy Orton. It was going to be AJ. Orton retains. And something told me since that was only the second match of the night, I knew we were not going to hear a certain iconic "If You Smell" at the end. But if it would have main evented the show, I would have believed it to happen. But we still don't know where this goes from here just yet. We have to wait until a certain American Nightmare makes a decision. But what was your take on the Fatal 4-Way? You had a feeling it was going to be the same old song and dance with Roman getting help with Solo or Jimmy Uso to retain, or you were kind of a bit surprised with how many near falls or how many times it could have been a handicap match with the other three competitors? Go ahead, Dango.
I think they should have teamed up more. I think all three of us should have beat the shit out of Roman. At least teamed up for a while. At least I would have done that for at least a little bit more than what they did.
Okay.
And then you get Solo and Jimmy to come out, but oh well. It's just one of those things where I don't know why Solo has to come out like all disguised in a sweatshirt. It's like, dude, we know it's you. It's like coming in, it's just like, yeah, we know you're in here, Solo. You're here to make your decision. You're here to screw everything up, and then next we know, So yeah, that match, definitely the worst match of the night. Definitely give it to you, Marcus.
Dylan already making his bold statement. I will also say, yeah, the women's Royal Rumble match was definitely the match of the night, unless some people disagree, but that's what I thought. It was definitely the match of the night. And hell, the way how that went, they should have might as well closed out like they did in 2018. But Jordan, what'd you take on the Fatal 4-Way?
Oh, I knew he was gonna have some help. And yeah, like Dangle said, they should have like started beating them up.
But well, we know we're not going to see Roman again until WrestleMania because he will not be at Elimination Chamber. So you can definitely not worry about having Rock versus Roman there, or maybe ever. The next up, we get Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens in a for the United States Championship. It would have been the match of the night if it didn't end the way it did. First off, maybe Dango or somebody in the comments can answer this question for me. Who the fuck was that guy that jumped through the barricade that was supposedly one of Logan Paul's entourages?
Is it his co-host for his show?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't watch his show. I don't listen to his podcast. I don't watch his YouTube channel. Nothing. I really don't give a shit about Logan Paul.
Hey, Justin, you in the comments?
I will acknowledge the fact that he is a damn good wrestler. I'll give him that. Supposedly the rumors that he's supposed to sign a full-time contract, like he wants to work full-time now and wrestle every week, unless that's another rumor too. But if it's true, I mean, hell, welcome aboard, Logan.
You want to have fun doing this? Have fun doing this.
I mean, I don't know if the rumors are true, but what, Jordan, you think the rumors are true that Logan wants to go full-time instead of part-time?
I guess. I don't. Well, if he gets help every time, so.
I mean, if he at least shows up on TV every week, whether if it's to cut promos or whatnot, I mean, you see him every so often. Well, at one point, then here comes Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Well, they just charged to the ring. I think it was Theory. Theory threw some brass knucks to Logan. Logan attempts to use them, but KO countered it. The power of the punch, like Regal said. He countered the power of the punch, and he used them. And it was crazy. I think it's funny that before he made this bullshit call, the referee never spotted him hitting him with the brass knucks. He did not until he was about to count that 3. And you see on the left side of your screen his reaction, like, "What is that? You used that?" and then just calls for the bell and just screwed KO, gets him disqualified. And I'm like, what a bullshit ending to a really good match. I was hoping KO would have stunned this dork of a referee, but he'd have probably got a big fine from Nick Aldis. But somewhere down the line, this will not be the end of KO and Logan Paul. I have them having a rematch down the road. There was rumors that if the men's elimination chamber match is not to determine a number one contender for a world title, that it was going to be for the U.S. Championship and Logan Paul was going to be in the chamber. That was another rumor. It's not 100% true, but what was your take on this hell of a match that ended in shit?
I thought the match was really good. I thought the ending was a very, very good ending per se, because it's a definitely creative ending. We haven't seen something like that when a ref sees it last possible second. Well, he's counting. Like, it looked like he counted to 3, and then next thing you know, DQ'd. So, and also it's rumored that Kevin Owens was working a broken foot during this match.
Really? I didn't realize his foot was broken. I felt like he was walking pretty fine.
That's what the dirt sheets are saying, that he had a broken foot.
If that's the case, then that's another injured guy on that long list of injuries that could miss WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, so WrestleMania 40 is turning into WrestleMania 32, where everyone's hurt.
Turning into a shit WrestleMania. It's going to be a shit WrestleMania, and it was supposed to be your biggest one because you're hitting 40 years. But Jordan, what's your take on the finish with the referee spotting the brass knucks?
I think it was a good match, but a shitty ending. And if they didn't do that, I think the match would have went great.
I know an AEW mark on Facebook, on a wrestling fan page I follow, brought that up, saying, "Oh, they always want to shit talk AEW's like policy of being safe and whatnot, and of how crazy stuff we do. But you look at the number of injuries WWE has right now, and they had like a long list, and it started with Charlotte Flair, and then they threw in CM Punk, and then I guess Kevin Owens was on that list too, and they had Giovanni Vinci on the list, but supposedly he came back. Like, they had a list of multiple superstars. I think Sheamus was on the list. That's why he wasn't in the Rumble. They threw in there's probably at least like 13 people total, maybe more, that are currently on the injured list right now. I don't know if you had the updated list of how many superstars are currently injured right now, but
they should have something like that, like an injured list.
Like, if you want to be, I should have screenshotted it, but I didn't. Of course I didn't. I figured maybe you could find it, but well, if he's that hurt,
we got Big E, Strowman, Charlotte, Dakota, Eric.
Oh, one half of the Vikings. Yeah, I was wondering where he was.
Yeah, he had neck fusion.
I figured that was why he was out. He was injured. Okay.
Liv Morgan just returned. Rey Mysterio.
Well, Liv Morgan, I thought Liv Morgan went to jail. She wasn't injured.
No, she didn't do jail time. She had a fine, and then she paid it, or she got arrested, then she paid the fine.
Oh, okay. Well, the AEW marks were saying, "Oh, Liv Morgan's back from being in jail," and then they were arguing like she never went to fucking jail. You didn't know what to believe.
Yeah, pretty much. And Rey Mysterio. Sheamus could be back. Sol Ruka's out. Sonya Deville. Wesley.
Yeah, I forgot about. Yeah, there were some NXT guys too, and I remember Wesley was on that list. Yeah, but Wesley's going to be out a long time.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it for now. It's not, and then you got to go with CM Punk, Kevin Owens. Yep.
Seth Rollins.
He looked pretty good on Monday, so.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna be back. Like, he's rehabbing it. Like, unless if he has to do a surgery, he's probably gonna do it after WrestleMania. But here's my thing, and I'm sorry. I mean, I'm gonna just cut to the point now. I was gonna wait to save it for the men's Rumble, but with one particular injury, people were getting pissed about saying, "Oh, this superstar should have entered this number or this superstar." Well, every superstar they named was injured. Somebody threw in Sheamus. during this. Somebody kept throwing Big E. Look, I'm sorry to have to be the bearer of bad news. I think Big E is never going to wrestle again. His neck is still not fully healed. I don't think he'll be able to wrestle again. I was wrong about Randy Orton, but I think I'm going to be right about Big E. And it sucks to say that, but I'm sorry, but the way he injured his neck, 2 years, it's almost 2 years since he injured his neck. You think by then he'd have been good to come back. If it's been 2 years and you're still not fully functioned, I don't see Big E coming back.
No. Yeah, he won't be back.
And it sucks. Now, I would like for him to come back on commentary for whatever, I guess NXT maybe, because speaking of that, we got the return of Pat McAfee. He showed up at the Royal Rumble. I thought it was a one-off. Then he come back on Raw. Then we find out that he will be the color commentator with Michael Cole on Raw for the time being, I guess, till college football season starts, and then he'll be back on game day on Saturdays. But I cannot wait to tune into SmackDown to see.
Honestly, Mondays might work for college game day too. Because think about it, he's on a Monday. Was he going to go against NFL?
I don't know, but I figured it was only a short time because I thought maybe once football starts, he was going to disappear and go be on game day on Saturdays. He goes to the Monday Night Football games or Sunday games because he does his like sideline infraction with his like show, the McAfee show and all that, or whatever he does. But what's your take on the SmackDown commentary team being Wade Barrett and Corey Graves? I'm excited for that.
I think it should be good. I think Corey's going to do an excellent job as play-by-play. I think that's going to be the one who's going to be the play-by-play. So
I thought maybe Wade Barrett was going to be play-by-play because, I figured Corey Graves has been the color guy and the jokey guy, but it depends what side of the announce table he's on. If he's on the right side, then he's going to be the lead role. If he's on the left side, he'll be the the play-by-play guy.
I think Corey Graves could be a good play-by-play, especially if he's still like that sarcastic asshole as the play-by-play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was kind of like that with King and JR. Like Barrett will probably cheer for the good guys and Corey will still be the heel supporter. Cole just being professional and McAfee just being outgoing. Where when you look at NXT, I'm all right with Booker T on commentary. And then what's the other one? Is it Vic Joseph?
Yep, it's Vic Joseph.
Vic Joseph's really good too, but it's like, I don't know. People are getting tired of Booker T all of a sudden.
Yeah, I can see that.
If that's the case, then just replace Booker T with Big E or something. I could see Big E being a very outgoing commentator on McAfee's level. Well, with Pat McAfee back, I'm so excited, but I know people were negative about it on Twitter because they think he's just so annoying and arrogant and he just needs to go back to college football. And that's what he makes it so entertaining. Like you want that. Like you want somebody who just thinks he's can do whatever he wants and he's very high on a sugar rush or something. Like I enjoy McAfee on commentary, especially on college game day. He gets a lot of heat for just being himself.
Yeah.
I'm all right with it. The haters can, you know what. And then we closed out. So, yeah, there were only 4 matches on the card. The show closed out with the men's Royal Rumble match. And I kind of called it, but I didn't really call it. Like, I called Jey Uso being number 1. But I called Solo being number 2. I feel bad for Isaiah, our guest from last week. He had Solo Sikoa winning the Royal Rumble, and Solo wasn't even in the Rumble match. I kind of feel bad for Isaiah from his show. Jimmy Uso was number 2, and I'm like, oh, shit, we're getting a little sneak peek of WrestleMania 40. Brother and brother. Twin brothers going at it. But just to kind of keep the time rolling so that it don't be a 30-minute show, I'm going to do what I didn't do for the Women's Rumble. I'm just going to name entries, but Grayson Waller came in at number 3. Obvious. He was the first guy to get eliminated. By the way, rewind back. In the Women's Rumble, it took a little while before we had our first elimination. It took about 10 minutes before we had our first elimination because Indy Hartwell was the first woman to get eliminated, and she was entry number 6. About 8-10 minutes.
That's still pretty good.
But Grayson Waller got eliminated. He lasted 4 minutes and 5 seconds. So about that much time in the match, maybe a little more. The only surprise, if you don't want to count the 2 NXT entries, the only surprise entry we had was Andrade. We got the return of Andrade. He's unaffiliated right now. He's not assigned to a brand yet, but there's
yes, he signed his Raw contract on Monday.
Oh, he's on Raw now.
Yeah,
that's Smack. I know Naomi's going to SmackDown, of course. Well, damn, I figured he'd go to SmackDown and do something with the LWO or Legado del Fantasma, but I guess not.
Nope. The only thing he said was Raw. He had a segment with Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce after he signed his Raw contract. He told Nick Aldis, "Tell Selena Vega hi."
Okay.
And then Nick Aldis is like, "Yeah, sorry guys, sorry, I gotta break this up, Adam. I got a phone call with Braun Breaker," basically teasing Breaker to SmackDown.
I was hoping Breaker would go to Raw. Like, I could see him more on Raw, not SmackDown. But Carmelo Hayes came in at number 5, one of 2 entries from NXT. 6 was Shinsuke Nakamura. But real quick, Carmelo Hayes, not bad for his Rumble debut. He lasted 17 minutes and 6 seconds, but he only had 1 elimination. He eliminated Grayson Waller. Shinsuke Nakamura came in at 6, lasted over 20 minutes. But he got eliminated so quick. I felt like he got eliminated at the blink of an eye. But 7 was Santos Escobar. 8 was Karrion Kross. 9 was Dominic Mysterio. And all I've been hearing about were his purple printed cowhide boots that people were bashing, which they did look ugly as shit. I'm like, is he trying to be a cowboy here? Dirty dumb. But he only had 1 elimination the whole night. He eliminated. We'll get to it in a bit. Yeah, there's some more about that I'm going to get to in a bit. But Carlito came in at 10, 11, Bobby Lashley. And, of course, Lashley going after Karrion Kross. And Kross got eliminated by Lashley. And then AOP come out, and then I think he pulled Lashley over the top rope. Because I know at one point AOP and Kross were attacking Lashley, then here come the Street Profits. So somewhere down the road, if not on SmackDown, maybe Elimination Chamber or something, we might get a 6-man tag with Kross and AOP versus Lashley and the Street Profits. What you think? It happen on SmackDown or maybe Elimination Chamber?
I put it on Elimination Chamber. I think you got to get more eyes. If they want to get Kross reaction out of more getting Kross over or getting a reaction from him, at least you got to do it at a pay-per-view.
And of all people, the perfect person for the entry during all this, 12 was Ludwig Kaiser of Imperium. And, anytime there's always an ambush in the walkway, you're thinking, oh my God, who's going to come out next through the middle of all this? You think it may be a big guy. No, they always pick like the goofiest superstar to just make his entry through chaos. It always happens all the time. So perfect choice of having Ludwig Kaiser. Or if you could have did your next entry, number 13 was Austin Theory. That would have been another perfect entry in the middle of a brawl.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even think Theory didn't even last long either. He was 2 minutes shy. No, he was 2 seconds shy from the 4-minute mark. 14 was Finn Balor. 15 was Cody Rhodes, which we'll talk about later. 16, Bronson Reed. 17, Kofi Kingston. But I feel like Kofi's ran out of ideas for Royal Rumble moments, so they just let him go. He only lasted nearly 3.5 minutes before he got eliminated by the next participant. Number 18 was the Intercontinental Champion Gunther, who last year held the record. He lasted, I think, 1 hour and 11 minutes. With this year, unfortunately, Gunther only lasted 30 minutes and 10 seconds. 19 was Ivar. 20 was Braun Breaker from NXT. And Braun Breaker's got the best damn spear in the company right now.
Speared the fuck out of Omos.
Yeah, Omos came in at 21, which, where the hell has Omos been? Was he injured too?
No, I think the Triple H just keeps him off TV because he realized kind of sucks. They use him at live events.
All right, one of the funniest moments. 22 was Pat McAfee, which he was like, "Should I just go in there?" I think he was only the second. If you want to count him as a celebrity entry, he was only the second celebrity to eliminate himself, along with Drew Carey back in 2001. Because I don't remember Johnny Knoxville eliminating himself, or any other superstar celebrity who eliminated himself that I can remember. But the next two moments were funny as hell. 23 was JD McDonough. On his way out, he got speared by Braun Breaker. He got speared. I thought he caught a backflip at first. 24. And something told me it was this guy because, by the way, he accidentally tried to enter the Women's Royal Rumble. By the way, I think it was Valhalla or Valhalla come out. Then R-Truth followed right behind her and made a mistake. He was like, "Where are all the guys at?" Now Pierce had to come out like a parent telling his kid, "No, this is not you. This is not the Rumble you're in. You stay here." You tell Valhalla go in, and sure enough, Valhalla ties Chelsea Green's record. She only lasted 5 seconds, and Michael Cole about to have a damn orgasm over some deer antlers. I didn't get that. Did you guys get the whole deer ant? Oh, because she wore deer antlers. She looked like an 8-point buck.
Yeah, it's pretty much
running down I-4 in Tampa or St. Petersburg, wherever the shit you want to call it. Well, R-Truth come out at 24. He just looks at JD like, "What are you doing? Get in there." As soon as he threw him in there, Jey Uso eliminated him in 3 seconds, which I had a feeling it was going to be a botch elimination for JD. And then R-Truth making another moment. Thought it was a tag team match. He tried to tag Dominic in, and Dominic gave him the tag, and he turns into John Cena, doing his shoulder tackles and the face buster, and then tried to do a 5-knuckle shuffle. Before the Miz come out at 25, it was kind of obvious. And 26 was Damian Priest, and then sure enough, Damian Priest, as soon as he got in the ring, he eliminated R-Truth. You think Damian's ever going to cash in Money in the Bank? And if he does he be successful or unsuccessful?
I'd say unsuccessful. I think eventually Awesome Troops is the ones that beat them for the tag titles. Awesome Troops definitely going to beat them for the tag titles.
Yeah, but someone thinks that they might do this tag match at Elimination Chamber, or do you see it dragging all the way to WrestleMania?
I hope they just have it at Elimination Chamber, or break them and have the 2 tag titles. Just finally break them up.
Hell, bring back the World Tag Team titles, put it on Raw, and put the WWE tag titles on SmackDown.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. Well, maybe not so lucky. Number 27, CM Punk, which we all knew what happened later that night before we get to. 28 was Ricochet. 29, Drew McIntyre. Number 30 was Sami Zayn, which that was the entry number that pissed people off. They thought we were going to get somebody else. I don't know who else, but speaking of Braun Breaker, people got confused. They thought Pat McAfee was the substitute for Brock Lesnar. It was actually Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is the one that took Lesnar's entry, and he eliminated all the guys that Brock was going to eliminate. Braun Breaker had 4 eliminations. He eliminated Omos. He eliminated Ivar, Finn Balor, and there's one more.
I'm trying to remember.
Jimmy Uso.
Okay.
Which, by the way, that was a funny moment. Jimmy Uso tried to high five Gunther, and he chopped the shit out of him, and he the way he sold it. So that there's one question I gotta know. I don't really want to bring all the shit up that happened over the week. I want to wait till Dylan gets back. But if Brock was not in that situation and he would have came back to compete, Would you believe that Brock Lesnar would have really got eliminated by Dominic Mysterio and we'd have had a Brock Dominic feud?
Yep. I heard that was the rumor that was supposed to be the Elimination Chamber feud.
Wow.
Whoa.
And he would have completely manhandled them.
I would have loved that. but Brock fucked up. I would have loved to see Dominic take a first-class trip to Suplex City.
Honestly, I do think Pat was Brock's spot. Pat was Brock's spot, but Braun put Brock's actual
eliminations.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the final four came down to Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Gunther, and Drew McIntyre. McIntyre got eliminated by Punk. Gunther, for the second straight year, got eliminated by Cody Rhodes. It came down to Cody and CM Punk. But it turns out CM Punk suffered an injury. Was it from the DDT? Was it from the DDT?
Yeah, it's from the Future Shock.
So it was from Drew McIntyre. Was it from Drew McIntyre, right?
Yep.
Wow. Well, I don't know if this is true, but CM Punk was supposed to win this match until he got injured, and then they went to plan B. I don't know if that was true or not.
I don't think so. I think Cody was the plan all along, in my honest opinion.
You think Cody was the plan? Because some people thought that Punk was supposed to be the winner, but then when he tore his tricep, he told Cody, I think I tore my tricep. Let's go to plan B. But I don't know. I don't know the real answer.
We won't really know.
Maybe Cody was the original winner, and they would have had Punk go to the chamber and win. But Cody Rhodes eliminated CM Punk. I was kind of in a shock, but I wasn't upset about it. I'm like, well, he made history. We haven't seen. It's been 26 years since we saw somebody win back-to-back Royal Rumbles. The last was Stone Cold Steve Austin in 97, 98. And all I kept saying was, you better finish this fucking story. You better not lose back-to-back. But what does he do after he points at the WrestleMania sign, fireworks go off, he finds Roman Reigns' press box, and he looks at him like, I want you. I want you. And then Roman's got that look like, I'll do this again. But even though there were not a lot of surprises, what was your take on the men's Royal Rumble, and what was your take on Cody winning back-to-back? Jordan, you go first.
I think the women's match was better than the men's Rumble. And yeah, my pick was Cody to win. My backup was Punk. But I thought Punk was going to win it. Well, I was watching it with Dylan and all them. And yeah, they said the same thing. They thought Punk was going to win it.
Dango.
I have to say it really wasn't that bad of a match. I thought they had the right outcome. The final four was correct, as much as people shit. But I think the final four was good. If you noticed, if you go on Wikipedia and it shows the elimination of how the people got eliminated, 90% of the people, it literally goes all the SmackDown people first, and then all the Raw people got eliminated.
Wow, really? I didn't even counting that.
It looks like it just goes red, and then at the bottom it's all blue.
Yeah. Well, Cody wins at 15. I don't know how many superstars won at 15. I didn't look that up, but he lasted 43 minutes and 21 seconds. He only had 4 eliminations, so he wins back-to-back. He's only the 4th person to win back-to-back with Hogan, Shawn Michaels, and Stone Cold. So it's cool to see something like that. Well, he immediately wants to choose Roman Reigns, but you saw on Raw Monday night, just like Bayley, he got interrupted by a champion. He got interrupted by Seth Rollins, who just bashes Roman, saying, you really want to go after the Hollywood title? You want to face somebody who at first would wrestle only every other week, then every other month, then every 6 months, and show up when he wants. He goes, face somebody who had more title defenses than him, who went to every house show and defended the title. He's like, face me. Which Cody was doing some heavy thinking, but some people said that Seth made a fucked up error saying you need to go after Dusty's title, which Dusty never been world champion. The title he held in that picture that he said he had, that was the WWE title. He says, this belt I have is Dusty's title. Actually, the big gold belt was Flair's title. Flair was the one who brought that title to the wrestling world. So Seth kind of fucked his history up there. But something tells me he might still pick Roman Reigns. But what's that going to do with Seth Rollins now that Punk is out and he will not be able to go, which I have a little more to say on Punk. Just a quick prediction here. Do you see Cody choosing Seth, or do you see him going to SmackDown and face Roman? And who would you have facing Seth Rollins, whether if it's a Gunther or a Drew McIntyre or somebody else? Jordan.
Yeah, I see Cody going after Roman and maybe Drew maybe going after Seth.
Okay, what you got, Dango?
I'm going with also Cody versus Roman, finishing the story, and I got Drew versus Seth versus Sami Zayn.
So you got a triple threat match, okay.
Yep.
I mean, Drew could be in that title picture, but first off, I got Cody going face Roman too. Nobody wants rocking Roman. They might want to hold that off another year. I'm going to still say Gunther. Like, remember Gunther cut that promo with him? Kind of gave you a tease there. But he'd have to lose that title first. I think he already passed 600 days now as Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
He's eventually going to lose it to somebody. I kept saying Jey Uso, or he could lose it to somebody else. But he has to lose that first if he's going to go after that title. But hey, we could see Drew McIntyre. We could see Sami Zayn. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be different. But I'm looking forward to seeing what happens during the road to WrestleMania. We'll go from there. But yeah, CM Punk kicking off Raw, stating his injury, that he tore his tricep and he was going to be out quite a while, and he was unfortunately going to miss WrestleMania 40. Then they say it was, 6 to 8 months?
Yeah.
But he made a promise. He said, I will main event WrestleMania next year, but before that, I'm coming after you, Drew. So it's gonna be a long story feud with Drew. They think he might be back in time for SummerSlam, where we'll get a CM Punk Drew McIntyre match at SummerSlam.
That's interesting because Drew's not technically signed past some WrestleMania.
They might negotiate something.
Yeah, they have to.
We'll see. Especially if they already got him. They think he could be challenging in the main event of WrestleMania. You wouldn't want him to win the title and then just no longer have a contract.
Unless he pulls a CM Punk.
No, I think either way, I think Drew's going to resign. He doesn't need to go anywhere else. I'm sure they're going to negotiate with him, and he's going to stay in WWE. I cannot see him going to AEW as Drew Galloway, or if he goes back to TNA, which I think he needs to stay in WWE.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, CM Punk cut this emotional promo. He was talking about a friend he had that had cancer, and he was like there with them every time in the hospital, talking with him, saying he was a fighter and he never gave up, and I'm going to do the same with my injury. He gave an emotional, and you can tell it was hitting him hard. He was tearing up. Especially, I don't remember, they had a backstage footage where Punk is in tears and he's hugging Cody Rhodes and he tells him finish the story. I don't know if that was before he went out or after, but it was very heartwarming. I saw it in the group chat earlier.
Yep.
But that was an emotional, and I really, really felt bad for him. Like, he came back after 10 years and all the shit with UFC and then the shit in AEW. And yes, I even had to say it in a tweet. Like, it's no surprise. Yeah, the last year and a half, I've shit talked him, especially in AEW, calling him a cancer, saying he just needs to leave wrestling forever and never come back. And when he came back to WWE at Survivor Series, you saw my response. I literally walked out of a damn watch alone because I was furious about it. But people loved it. But when I watched this promo when he came back saying he was a changed man and he was here to make money, I said, okay, I'll give him a chance. And then through the last couple of weeks, he was cutting good promos. I haven't seen any rumors of him starting chaos in the locker room and shit, that people were respecting him again, and he was getting very well liked. But I felt so bad for him. I was like, all this for an injury. Like, you were about to get your chance to main event WrestleMania. Now you lost it with an injury. So, but I do wish him the very best. And as soon as he comes back, I will have a different reaction when he returns. You'll actually see me glad and excited that when he comes back from his injury. So I hope the man Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk, has a quick, speedy recovery, gets well soon, and keeps that tricep in perfect shape like Cody did. And then we'll see him back in no time. What you got, Dango?
I feel bad for him. He cut a really great promo. Like, he really has been cutting great promos since he came back. I mean, I hope you never know if he was supposed to win or not. We probably will never know. It's one of those things where we never know who's actually going to win, but I can't wait for him. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery and comes back 100%. It doesn't hurt his tricep again. That's the second tricep injury in almost 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What you got, Jordan?
Yeah, I know it sucks for him to tear that, but I hope he comes back and ready to fight again.
Yep. Looking forward to seeing him back. Now we're gonna do one more thing before we close out. There is a Premier Live event coming on Peacock this Sunday. NXT. It's first PLE of the year. It's Vengeance Day. It's gonna come to you from Clarksville, Tennessee. I forgot the name of that arena, but it's on the campus of Austin P University. But it's going to be an exciting show. I'm looking forward to it. So there's 6 matches on the card. We're going to predict them here. The first one we're going to do, it's the return of a tournament, the one and only the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, which I had to go back, and they didn't do it every year. There were some years they took a year off, but I went back and looked at the past winners. You know, the 2015, it was Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. 2016, it was TM61. No, I take that back. No, it was Authors of Pain. I'm sorry, not TM61. 2018, it was the Undisputed Era's Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. 2019, it was Aleister Black and Ricochet. 2020, it was the Broserweights, Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne. 2021, it was the MSK, Nash Carter and Wes Lee. I think they also had a women's in 2021. It was the first year they did it. It was Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. And then the last time they had the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, it was 2022. The Creed brothers won the men's, and the women's was Io Shirai and Kaylee Ray, which now it's Io Sky. They only did a men's tournament for 2024, and now the finals, Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker versus Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. So Trick will have 2 matches. So I'll do this. We'll start with Jordan, then Dango, and I'll pick last. But who you got winning the 2024 Dusty Cup? And remember, the winners also earn a future NXT Tag Team Championship match, possibly at Stand and Deliver or on an episode of NXT. But who you got? The Wolf Dogs and Braun and Baron, or Trick Mellow Gangs, Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams?
I want to go Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin.
Okay.
I also have Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin.
I'm also picking Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin, which I feel like the losing team could lead to something else. I don't want to spoil it just yet, but as much as I've shit talked Baron Corbin over the years, I was not a big fan of him, especially when he was Constable Corbin. What was worse, Constable Corbin or Happy Corbin?
Honestly, Constable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he brought the Lone Wolf character back. I just wish he'd grow his hair back long again. He actually looked pretty decent with long hair as the Lone Wolf, but I love them as a tag team. Like, I can't wait till Braun Breaker gets called up, but Braun Breaker wants to be a tag champ like his dad and his uncle, the Steiner brothers. And I think he wants to win the tag titles before he gets called up. So somewhere down the road, whether if it's at Stand and Deliver, if they win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, I do see them winning the tag team titles at Stand and Deliver or whatever. But then we got, but let's see that. Let's say whoever wins this tournament, do they win the tag team titles or do they lose? Yes or no?
I'll say no.
So you have Corbin and Breaker losing the tag title match. Okay. What about you, Dango?
I could see the beating the family.
Okay. Yeah, I want them to win the tag titles.
So. Oh yeah. I'll be the last thing Breaker needs. Like they've gotten.
Yeah, you're good. No, I just let it be like a 2-week reign or something. I just want them to win the tag titles at least once. Then he can keep it for a couple of weeks. As soon as he loses it, then he gets called up to Raw or SmackDown.
Oh yeah, it'll be good for Corbin too, for Corbin's confidence down there to have a title.
I just think Braun Breaker would be perfect for Raw, not SmackDown. I don't know why. I just think Raw would be more suitable for Braun Breaker.
Oh yeah, because then you can definitely put him in a feud with Gunther for Mania or something. Or at least I think it's gonna be one of those. Breaker gets called, but he's also down in NXT like they've been doing with Mello.
Now I do believe this. Supposedly Tiffany Stratton's supposed to be getting called up soon. She's supposed to go to Raw.
Yep.
I definitely see that happening. Now here's the thing: wherever Braun Breaker goes, you think they're gonna give him that Ryback Goldberg treatment where he'll probably have like a freaking 40-0 streak, 50-0 streak against jogger knockers and shit, and then probably after a year then they're going to start using him right? Or do you see him getting pushed immediately, giving him like that AJ Styles treatment, like he'll be world champion in 6 months?
I think he'll be an Intercontinental champion in 6 months, or United States champion first.
I can see that too. Jordan?
Yeah, I can see that too.
About how long do you think he's going to, until he's a world champion? I'll say about a year and a half.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then we got the NXT Women's Championship. Lyra Valkyria, however you say her last name, versus Roxanne Perez.
I got the champ.
Okay.
I also got Lyra retaining.
No, yeah, I love Roxanne to death, but I think Lyra's going to retain. She's been killing it as the champion. Then we get, okay, if I'm saying his name right, is it Obafemi? Obafemi?
Obafemi.
Obafemi versus Dragon Lee for the NXT North American Championship.
I got the champ.
Okay.
I also got Obafemi. The dude's going to be a star.
Oh my God, yes. Spoiler alert, I think he's going to be my breakout star of 2024.
Oh yeah, he's going to be perfect.
He's definitely a future NXT champion. This guy is a workhorse. And I love why I think he's going to have a hell of a match with Dragon Lee. Could be a match of the night. All right. Then we get a 6-person mixed tag team match. We get the NXT Tag Team Champions, The Family, Tony D'Angelo and Channing Stacks Lorenzo, teaming up with Adriana Rizzo. And they're taking on a group called OTM, which is Lucian Price, Bronco Nima, and Jada Parker.
With Scripps. That's Scripps' faction.
Okay.
I got the Family.
Okay.
I also have the Family.
I just hate how they changed Reggie's name to Scripps. I hate that. I wish they just kept them Reggie.
Yeah. So stupid.
But forget about it. I'm picking my boy Tony D. I can't wait till now. I could see him going to SmackDown. If they call up him and Channing, I think I could see them on SmackDown.
Oh yeah.
Then we get this should be a hell of a match. We get Dijak versus Joe Gacy in a no disqualification match.
Dijak.
Okay.
I have Joe Gacy.
Wow. Okay. Upset alert.
You got to have one of them.
Yeah, but Dijak's been on a roll. That's another. I think that's going to be our next NXT champion. Soon.
Oh yeah.
But or down the road. But I got Dijak winning. I love Dijak. And then leads to our main event. We get Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams for the NXT championship.
I got Dragunov retaining, and Carmelo Hayes gonna cost him the match.
Okay.
I have Dragunov, and we have a special. Dragunov is celebrating. They're about to shake hands. Next thing you know, Mello hits Trick.
It's all going to come down to them. I think they kick off the show with the Tag Team Classic. Mello and Trick lose. Mello I think they just stare at each other, and I think Mello might just walk off on his own. And then Trick and Ilya are going to have a banger of a match. I think we're going to get the usual. Like, referee's going to get knocked out. Braun Breaker might come out with a chair or something, say like, here, use the chair. Or like, let me do it. And he's going to go to swing the chair at Ilya, and he turns around and he hits Trick.
Yeah. I can see something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe a low blow from behind. But Mello's going to turn on Trick, and it's going to lead them to having a match at Stand and Deliver. And he's going to admit he was the one that ambushed them a while back. But here's my question. If you got to have a big banger main event for Stand and Deliver, who would Dragunov defend that title against at Stand and Deliver?
Dijak?
That'd be great.
A debuting Okada. The rumors are true of Okada going to NXT.
Give me three guesses. You said 2. Give me one more.
Dragon Lee.
Okay.
It could be someone low. I'm trying to think of who else would you.
I'm guessing Dragunov is a heel, or is he a babyface champ? I haven't been keeping up with NXT lately, but I figure he got to be a heel.
He's like a tweener. He can go both sides.
Okay. Give me 3 guesses on who could be Dragunov's opponent for Stand and Deliver, Jordan.
I'll say Dijak, Dragon Lee, and I don't know.
So let's see. I'll definitely say Dijak as 1. 2, I could probably say like maybe a Tyler Bate. And then 3, he's having 2 matches this night. I could see him having 2 again. What if it's Trick Williams again? What if he takes care of Mello and fights again, and this time he wins the NXT Championship? We could see a rematch.
I like it.
Because like I don't see Braun Breaker because he's gonna be tag champs with Baron Corbin down the road. I don't really see Lexus King yet. Maybe somewhere down the road. No, as long as Channing's around, I just see Tony D stay as a tag team guy. Dylan really thinks that it just hasn't happened yet. Now, Obafemi down the road. Kind of like, but we'll see. I mean, I'm trying to think. I know there's more. And maybe not Nathan Frazier yet. Maybe not Joe Coffey. Not Carmelo again. No, Carmelo's about to get called up to SmackDown. I don't know. Like it's hard to tell unless if they sign somebody else like an Okada or something. It's hard to tell. But I'm looking forward to Stand and Deliver. But I'm looking forward to Vengeance Day first.
Andre Chase goes after the title.
Oh, well, I heard they brought Chase. Supposedly JC, was it JC Jane that saved Chase U or something?
Yep. With the Chase U calendars. With the women Chase U girls calendar.
Oh wow, I'm gonna have to go watch that and see what that was all about. But Yeah, I'm looking forward to Vengeance Day. If someone is hosting a watch along for Four Slapper Sports, count me in. I'll come hop in.
Tim is.
TK?
Yep.
Tim King.
It's gonna be one of those. I think it's gonna be going him and I think Dom from the other one. Circle Debate. I think we're doing a one.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, if I'm all in. If I can get an invite, count me in. I'll come join you guys.
Okay.
Well,
I'll let Tim know.
I think we kept it a good timing. I'm trying not to go 2 hours again like we did the last 2 weeks, but this was a hell of a show. Dango, as always, thank you again for tuning in. Where can we find you on social media, and where can we find Outrage Control?
You can find us at Outrage Control on all social medias. You can also find us. You can also find me at SwaggerBomb92, or you can find me at the Bomb.
Okay, well, Jordan is at Jordan_J2000 on the left of your screen. Our other co-host, Dylan, you see his Twitter handle there at DylanAber_. I'm on Twitter at MarcusSully337. And on the right side of your screen is where you can find this podcast on Twitter and Instagram at World Elite Pod. Subscribe to us on YouTube at World Elite Podcast. Oh, by the way, I also forgot to mention, we're going to close out with a nice little announcement. We are also back on Twitch right now. So we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
That's awesome, guys.
We had a Twitch account for so long, and then we kind of sank that Titanic on there because, like, we never really fucked with Twitch. Kind of debacled it off. Well, then Dylan's like, "Oh, because we've been gaining a lot. We've been gaining a lot of followers again and attention. So we're kind of using Twitch to get some more like subscribers and followers and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the success we've had last month with the shorts, getting thousands of views there, getting a match booked in AEW, to trying to get more interviews and whatnot, and then nostalgias and everything. So it's been a great year so far. We're already 1 month down and 11 to go. We're on a roll for hopefully going to 4 years in November. So
got one last comment. Did you guys watch any of the content today from WWE 2K24? Or did you hear about anything?
I saw Cody Rhodes' video where he was like playing the game, doing the chops, and he was where they did the dusty elbow.
Yep.
I saw that one. Supposedly they're bringing something back where you could throw weapons.
Yep. You can throw weapons. There's more blood. There's now pools of blood.
Oh wow. Oh, that's
gonna
piss the AEW marks off.
Yep, because they're basically taking what AEW Fight Forever did, and they realized, oh, AEW pushed it with the blood. Okay, we can do that, and not get an M rating.
I'm planning on getting the 40 Years of WrestleMania cover.
That one looks sick.
The Icon Edition.
And you can go backstage with the ambulance. You can jump off the ambulance. All sorts of shit.
That shit you can do like on SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain and whatnot.
Yep. And they got the SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain camera.
Jordan, what cover you plan on getting for 2K24?
Probably like just the regular one.
The one with Cody on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, again, Cody's the original cover. The deluxe edition is Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley, and then the Icon edition is various WWE superstars and legends celebrating 40 years of WrestleMania.
I saw one of them. I saw Ravishing Rick Rude's in it, so that match.
Well, I saw there was like the first bundle is like it's a bundle with Cody Rhodes where it's got I think Dashing Cody Rhodes, Stardust, Dusty Rhodes, and Greg the Hammer Valentine.
It's not. It's Jacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh, they changed it?
Yep. Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Why? I'd rather Greg the Hammer Valentine. Not Greg the Hammer Valentine, Superstar Billy Graham.
Yes, it is Superstar Billy Graham. You're good. Okay, I got it confused.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right here. Yeah, that's Superstar Billy Graham. Got the sideburns. Yeah. He's got the big balls. He got the Hulk Hogan hair with the sideburns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my bad. That's Superstar Billy Graham, which I don't know what he's got to do with Cody, but hey, fuck it.
You can out throw the water bottle at people off the announcer's desk.
Man, that might be the best. They finally fucking did something right with 2K.
Honestly, I feel like this is the third year you got it. You kind of have to like hit it right on the nail now. because the last 2 years you built on what you built. This year you just got to add the match types.
Well, last year's game wasn't bad. 2K22's wasn't bad. It was just I hated it because it was different control play. But 2K23, I got used to the control play.
Mm-hmm. And there's like 3. There's now everyone has like 5 finishers to choose from.
Wow.
You can have up to 5 finishers.
Did they ever? Let's see. I'm looking it up. I figured they announced a date for March 8th, 2024. Mark your calendars.
March 5th if you pre-order.
Oh, I'm pre-ordering it. Yeah.
Yep, March 5th.
Want that icon edition. But well, this was fun. For the next several weeks, when we have live streams again, we're going to mainly focus on topics and whatnot until we get to February 22nd, 3 weeks from tonight, the return of the podcast chamber with myself, Dylan, and Jordan, and 3 other guesses. So that's going to be another hype prediction show to be ready for. But as always, keep tuning in every Thursday around 7:30-ish. Where you can check me, Dylan, and Jordan out. But thank y'all again for tuning in. Dango, of course, thank you for filling in for Dylan on such short notice. But we will see you guys next week. It's Mardi Gras weekend for me. We're having our run in the stormy ass rain. Jordan, I know they got a lot of Mardi Gras celebration coming in your neck of the woods the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys enjoy y'all weekend. Enjoy watching NXT Vengeance Day, or if you're watching the NHL All-Star Game or college basketball or the NBA. They got all that this weekend. But y'all have a good one. Thank you again, Dango and Jordan. As always, I'll keep in touch with you and Dylan. I'll see you guys next week. And for everyone tuning in, we will see y'all next week as well. Y'all take care.